Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with Brecher Trading. January 3rd, the narrow rally continues in here. Oh my goodness, what a massive rally the last couple of days. And I'm going to show you on how every little sell-off, all we did is get a little oversold in an uptrend, and really the longer term charts still look okay. Are we getting extended? Absolutely. Are there some warning signs? Absolutely. But you have to pick and choose what you're going to trade in here. Next thing in here, Brecher Trading. Coming out in the next 2 days. I'm not sure if the beta test is going to be the next 2 days. And probably by Monday, it'll be ready to go where everybody can sign up and all that. If you're brand new and you haven't been listening to my videos, Brecher Trading is going to be 97 for premium, 79 for basic. The only thing that the basic doesn't get is the real-time chat when I'm on a couple of hours a day. We've already seen that you can make a lot of money in those couple hours. Chat archive and special events. Like, I'm not guaranteeing you're going to make money in those couple hours, but I'm saying we just have a lot of really good ideas. Premium, real-time chat, chat archive, all this. Look at the forum. This is a sort of basic forum. I'm going to make it more snazzy in the long run. Videos, really sharp in here. You're going to have learning videos, nightly videos, and swing trade videos. Pretty cool in here. Just to give you an idea, the nightly videos that I've been posting here and on YouTube that I've been sending out to email subscribers, you're only going to get a free Friday video going forward after today. I've just been doing these to practice my video skills. I was a little rusty, and also to show you what you get on the site. As you see, a lot of these have worked great. Check this out. Old trader trick. Sticking my neck out with the shippers. That's been amazing in here. The swing trade video from last week mentioning stocks like FET have worked amazing. So just keep that in mind. You're also going to have a chat room. We're going to use Zoom at first, where you just log in. Don't have to worry about getting an email, and the invitation in the mail goes right to it. Morning ideas are pretty cool. Check out today. Look what I've made this on how snazzy this is. You click on it to enlarge, and then you just keep clicking. It goes right to them. I find that fascinating here. This is just the way I love doing this stuff. So very excited about it. Special events. Probably next Wednesday, we're going to have an Ask Me Anything from 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, just so the premium members that can't be there all day can still participate in the Zoom chat, and they can ask me any questions they want in here. So I'm very excited about the site coming out, and it should be out by at the latest Monday, which is very exciting in here. So I know I used to show all the charts from Thinkorswim and go through all the futures, but I've really enjoyed going through FinViz first. I know these are relatively small. I can make them a little bigger. There you go. And this is what I want to show you in here, because a lot of times I think that people overanalyze what's going on. What do I mean by that? Well, check out crude oil. Look at the bull flag. Check out the Dow Jones. You got to be careful. That's a bull flag. You got the SPX. I know it's a broken record, but that might be a bull flag. It's already almost done its objective. NASDAQ, do you measure it from here? Or do you measure it from there? It's getting close, let's put it that way. You have the Russell that hasn't even broken out yet. On the other hand, you have some warning signals with the foreign markets underperforming. You have a lot of uptick in inflation here. Crude oil, gold, silver, copper, palladium, platinum. I know I said these yesterday, but they're going up again. One big thing in here that I find absolutely fascinating is going to be the VIX. The VIX, and forget this one. This one isn't calculated right. But the VIX is getting near its lower Bollinger Band, and I'll go over that the second I close out FinViz in here. I want you to realize the only things that haven't gone up is cocoa, rice, soybeans, oats, canola. Wheat started going up a little. Now you got frozen orange juice futures. We're going to have some kind of cold weather down here. That's why you've gotten a little bump in there. But I'm just talking about this from just a overall inflation point of view. Now you might say, well, why the heck with the market going up, why did the 30-year bond go up? Well, one thing you have to realize with the Fed minutes, they want to keep increasing short-term interest rates. That's anti-inflationary. That's why you see on the right, you see the 2-year note. And sorry, I just banged the microphone. I'm still getting used to all this. This is why you get the 2-year note on its low, but you have the bonds rallying. What's that do? A flatter yield curve. But what's really interesting is the Fed talking up that they're going to raise rates and the commodities keep going up. That could be an interesting phenomena for the rest of the year. So just keep that in mind in here. Flattens the yield curve, but there's something else I want you to see. StockTwits. When you go into the 30-year bond, and I'll go and put StockTwits up here. I want to be sure I don't put anything embarrassing when I do StockTwits in here. Go and check out the bonds on the left, TLT. We'll just take TLT. That's easier to do it that way. Notice 29% positive. That is extremely lack of bullishness or extreme bearishness. Really a dilemma here. If you think you should just go and short the bonds because the market's going up, now you understand why the bonds haven't sold off. Long term, I think bonds are going to get destroyed. But right now, I think it's just keeping you honest. That's the way I look at it. The only reason that I'm not going to say that this is just given that the sentiment's too low, look at the message volume on how low it is. It's only 244 posts. So, I mean, I was just trying to go on why we were a little strong today, and it could be because of the sentiment. I would have liked to see the post volume 2,000 or 3,000 for me to completely not think this thesis of the TLT selling off will work. I still think it's going to go down. I just think it might take a little more time than we think in here. So I just want to show you how that worked. How are some of the other sentiments in here? SPY, 63% bullish, non-extreme. SPX, 73% is pretty far up there. How about the Russell? As you see on the far left, 56%. Not crazy. Nothing yet to show you one way or the other in here. So just keep that in mind. So where do we go now? Well, I'm going to exit this and show you what I'm looking at in here. You have the ES is up 20. Holy Toledo. Isn't that impressive? Well, the idea in here is this. First things first, I promised you the VIX. And I'm going to make this a maximized sell. I watch the VIX sell signal, which means a sell signal for the SPX. What do I mean? Go and change this style. And I'm going to change this to my style of Bollinger Bands. One of my favorite indicators in here. And let me get it up and be sure I'm doing it right. One of my favorite indicators is when the VIX either gets above its Bollinger Band and closes back below it. That's an S&P buy signal. When it gets under it and closes above it, it's an S&P sell signal. As you see, we're getting real close. The verdict is going to be if the Bollinger Band drops off like a rock or sort of sits here. I usually take these couple of days here that we're up thinking that it's going to stabilize. If that's true, that's a big warning sign, but it's just too early. That's what I try to warn everybody. I have more people that want to just go massively short. And the way I look at it in here, let me go restore cells, is wait for your pitch in here. I mean, I did a small butterfly in the SPX just to have some kind of participation just in case, but you really don't have to do anything yet. Just wait. If you want to find some individual stocks that look bad, go and find some individual stocks that look bad. There are groups. But when you see the SPX look like this, and I'm going to show you, I showed you on FinViz, what does this project? 26, let's say 55. And let's take where it went, 26.95. That's 40 points. 40 points from the breakout at 26.85 gets you to 27.30. That's another 16 points. Just keep that in mind. I'm not saying it has to do it. I'm just saying those are the kind of objectives. We're in the type of market where bullish patterns are working. Look at Google in here. Look at this. This is like textbook. Let me put up this for you to see. And look at this break of the trend line, and it just kept going. The next thing is, I hope everybody can see that bull flag. The bull flags are working. What's that project? about 1050 to 1075. 25 points gets you to 1,100. Almost said 2,000. Seems that way. So, but these bull flags are working. You have to wait for them to sort of run their course if you even think about being short. Now, you might ask, well, how about Apple? Well, I've already said I don't like Apple. I'm telling you, those 10 ideas I did, crazy ideas, so far so good. Apple rallied this morning, but look where it rallied to. This is where charting is an art, not a science. Do you do it from this little candle high, low, or do you do it from there? I take it from the twerk bar right there, and it worked perfect. Now we sold off. The stock's down for the day. Now let me just tell you about those crazy ideas I did. One was about Apple going down. So far, so good. One was about the TLT going down, which over 2 days, so far, so good. But the other is I wasn't Mr. Perma Bear like some of the people on Real Money. PANW is bullish on that. The stock looks great. IBM, my number one idea, went nuts today, up $4.50. How about Netflix? Well, everybody's recommended it. I think they've been listening to the videos. So don't think I'm just a perma bear in here whatsoever. I'm just surprised the bonds have held up as well as they have. So just keep that in mind in here. So what else am I watching in here? I wanted to go over, and I write a script every day. I don't just wing this. I really go through a script on here. And I just want to show you how to trade on Tuesday when the market gaps up. See the beginning of the month jumper trade? I know on Friday afternoon the market took a dive, but we opened straight up on Tuesday. Go and look at stocks that had bull flags on Friday and look on how you had a chance to buy them Tuesday morning. Charter is a perfect example. Look at Charter, and you could put that either on a daily or on an hourly. And look what happened Tuesday morning. It opened up all of $1. It's now 20 points higher. I'm telling you, these suckers work. You can even go in here and maximize the sell. Let me just go in here. I'm going to show you a 2-minute chart. Because I know everybody's like, oh, I already missed things. There you go. Look at Charter that day. It was up $1.50. That's it. Well, that $1.50 was enough to propel it out of the bull flag. Go back and look. See that? Right there. And then it just kept going. I mean, that's a nice move in there with a wonderful objective. Check that out. Look at these trend lines here you could break. Here's another one, the CENX that I talked about yesterday. There are 2 ways to trade this sucker, and let me show you how at least I do it. One is you have that bull flag back here, 1589, that I actually posted on StockTwits, and the stock went nuts. What's fun with these is when they're over their hourly ATR trailing stop and they temporarily have a sell-off before they've made their objective. Then they create an oversold condition in an uptrend, and you just have to jump on them then. That's all I can tell you. You jump on the oversold in an uptrend, and they work wonderfully in there. So those are ones I'm still watching. So those work great. These oversold in an uptrend has worked really well. So where do we go now? What other stocks can I trade? Well, the first thing I want you to realize, the advanced decline line today is up 454, the net advanced decliners. What a narrow rally. And even with bonds up, I mean, utilities and stuff, it's just the market has an extremely narrow vision to it the last couple of days. So you can't really go for the 3Ms and short them, even though the stock looks lousy, because the problem is on a daily chart, it still looks good. So even if it looked bad, if you're wrong, you're going to get yourself toasted in here. The only way I play these things, if you have to short something, is I'll go to a 2-minute chart and I'll short it here and stop myself at the ATR trailing stop. But you have to realize when a stock's in an overall uptrend, the long signals are going to work better than the short signals, even the ultra short-term ones. So keep that in mind. So are there any stocks that I'd want to shorten here? Well, I still think you need to look at the new issues that came out 6 months ago, and we're going to go over that on the premium site. Are there other ones? Yeah, let me give you a good one in here. This is something else we're going to be talking about on the paid site. INXN had a secondary today at 57.5. Look what this stock did today. It's just beautiful. The second that it gets at 57.5, the syndicates can support it. So every time it touched there, it bounced. Every time it touched, it bounced. It's now under it. This is probably a short tomorrow, and you stop yourself at 57.50. Here's another beauty. Howard Hughes. I didn't even know Howard Hughes had a stock. Every time I think of that, I think of that giant plane he had that was a real albatross. But Howard Hughes, secondary, 129. Notice it on a short-term chart. This is what secondaries are all about. Check this out. Where did it bounce today? It opened under 29. And then, my goodness, every time it got near 129, you shorted in here. It's just amazing how these things work. Tomorrow, if it gaps up, there you go. Look at that. I showed the 1-minute chart on the bottom right sextant here. And look how it tested. All you do is you can short around 129 and stop yourself right above it. Those suckers work. I'm telling you, these things work. If you wanted creative ideas of how to mess around with the market, I mean, this is what I see in here. So tomorrow, I'm not going to touch the Googles of the world. I'm not going to touch the Amazons of the world. I think they're ridiculously extended. If you go on a 49 moving average exponential on a 1 hour, these are extremely above their moving averages. As you see, most of the times they do that, they usually come in a little. Am I going to short it? No, I'm going to watch these stocks, but I don't see a reason to be a hero in here. Google, look at it on an hourly chart. What looks bad? Nothing yet. So just keep that in mind. Are there stocks that I want to still buy that haven't gone up yet? I got to tell you, I think you buy every dip in IBM. I think this is a big old breakout over here. And I think this stock could easily go to 162.5 and maybe higher. The only problem with IBM, they have earnings coming out, so it's very possible that there'll be a muted resumption of this. But heck, in my mind, I'm watching that. That still looks like a bull flag to me, so I'm probably going to lean long in there. Twitter, I hate that I'm even saying this. Talking about a stock that is, is rough on people. But hey, that looks like a bull flag too. How do you buy a stock like this and you don't want to feel like a fool of buying the top? Do me a favor. Tomorrow, if you buy here, stop yourself at the ATR trailing stop on an hourly. Just do it that way. Buy it at 24.43, stop yourself at like 24. And I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself 40 cents because if I'm right, I'm going to make $2. I think that's a wonderful risk reward. So I hope everybody's enjoyed this video. Like I said, we're only going to have free Friday videos from now on, and the site should start any day. So definitely stay tuned, and I'll probably put an email list to everyone and put it on StockTwits, put it on Twitter, probably put it on the Goodyear blimp or the Snoopy blimp, the MetLife blimp if I get a chance. So thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you later.